Green Arrow number 36, Benjamin Percy writing, Jean-E Faraya on the art. So obviously we're still.
AKA, it's gorgeous again.
Oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. I almost wish there was more stuff in the water because they left the water at one point, and I'm like, no,
I wish this was a double-sized issue.
but then all the sunlight stuff's gorgeous
it
as
is
well.
gorgeous, but I'm just like, go back to the giant squid and stuff, the giant octopus.
That very first page, which we talked about in Justice League, the size of the panel shrinking.
Yeah.
They do that here where we zoom in, and you just get that giant eye, and it looks incredible.
Yeah, it's all bloodshot. Yeah, it looks really good.
The pressure's getting to him. I also like the balance of the art in this, like because we know Faraya likes to do the double page, and so it makes for a quick read. But like here, with the way that it's layered and yeah,
it's color coded because the second page, the double page spread, you've got 3 scenes going at the same time. The top row is all white, and it's like Diggle, like, oh, Merlin's left, he's coming for Yardley. And then the second one's like the lawyer trying to get a jury, and the jury's like, he slept with my sister, he slept with my maid, he slept with my someone other. Like,
we're gonna need an outside jury.
And he was speeding and ran over my dog.
Yeah, that one I don't believe. That guy's just trying to get out of jury duty.
Probably.
Oh, by the way,
who says he threw up on me while I was tending the bar. That one I believe.
Oh, by the way,
one's true.
The dog one, I am pretty sure that's meant to be Percy. That looks like Percy in that panel.
Yeah, it does. Also, the judge. I had to pull up a picture because it's Judge Grell, and that is Mike Grell. So,
oh, cool.
Like when they do that type of stuff.
Mike Grell, of course, did a big Green Arrow run back in the 80s and 90s.
Longbow Hunters, some other things.
I do love this page, the way that it's structured the same. So you have the 3 short panels on the left for the first third, and then you have the long for the 2/3.
Yep. And then all ending with a close-up.
Yeah, with the face. And they've all got the side profile shot of them on the left of that second 2/3.
It's a very absurd sort of moment after that, though, because Fife apparently is good enough with this submarine to blast giant, sea monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
who cares? It's all that video game practice.
Fife is cooler than I think I realized before.
Yeah, when you give this nerd like something he's actually good at, then he'll surprise you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then old Broderick meets his untimely end because Shadow puts an arrow through his eye.
About time.
I mean, I was like, man, he's gonna be a cool villain. Look at all these spikes in him. Like, he all he does feel. Oh, there. Okay.
No, you're right. I was like, oh man, we're bringing Broderick back. We're doing something cool. Oh, I'm digging this look.
And he's the pincushion. And okay. Well, there he goes. His eyeball's outside his head now.
He's done.
It's on the wall.
Yeah. It's like, never mind.
Yeah. There we have of course, the the painful page of the issue in which Black Canary knees Ollie straight in the balls.
And you feel that
for being a doofus.
Ferrer drew that, like, that's 2/3 of the page, and I'm like, I bet he had to take a break after drawing that.
Do you know what I don't appreciate about this ball hitting page is that the way she's actually leaning in, it's almost like she's taken a run up and done it. It's not just a knee to the balls.
You're right.
It's she's
a master martial artist, so she's probably adept at hitting in the clinch, like in in MMA when they pull them in. Mm-hmm. So she just probably got some. She did get some momentum behind it, but yeah, it's not often I look at comic book art and can feel it like you can in movies, But this one, I just looking at it again now, it gives me a stomach ache.
It's all the more impressive that it's not like some hyper realistic drawing either. It's still just the stylized that he has, and I'm still there going, ooh, no thanks. That looks rough, and not for me. I love the layouts. The page after that is the arrow layout. No, it's the one before the sunset.
Oh, that's right. I jumped ahead a page.
Yeah, it's the arrowhead pointing down. That's really nice.
Yeah, all the sun stuff's really nice. Them taking in the sunset. There's little things that are set up. Wendy Poole looks kind of vulnerable. She's left alone because Red Arrow gets called in to help with the situation, and it basically all boils down to you got Merlin with
Moira.
Thank you, Moira. And like it basically ends up being this. And they even sort of joke about this repeatedly during the scene that this is some sort of weird dysfunctional family get together where they're all fighting because you've got because you got shadows kicking around somewhere and like that's Oliver's dad had an affair with her, and then you had Oliver's mum having an affair with Merlin. Like, you get all this going on, and there's a lot of jokes about that, and it's fun stuff, and it all builds up to this final climactic moment where Emmy jumps in to take an arrow for Oliver. Because...
And he calls a red arrow for the first time.
Yeah. Because Moira was trying to kill her own son.
Yep.
Because Moira's a cold-hearted bitch.
Apparently so. Yep, apparently so.
Not that anyone should be really surprised, to be honest.
No, and that's fine. I got to that page, and I was at the comic shop, and then I went, oh man, my friends were like, well, what? And I was like, no, y'all don't read Green Arrow. I'm not spoiling this for you. So like, but it bummed me out for like 5 minutes. Like, I don't want this to be the end of Emmy.
It won't be. She'll be safe.
I mean, they are in some occult dungeon thing. So, and Shadow's there.
The only thing that makes me go, no, she's fine, is if it was dead, this was an actual death, one, we'd have heard about it. There'd have been news articles.
That's true.
and two, that's the cynic in me of the current state of the media of comics, but it's the reality. And two, she's popping up in Teen Titans and shit soon, right?
Is she? I thought that already happened.
I thought it was happening again at some point. I think the solicits. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Okay. Hopefully. We'll see. It's the thing.
Well, if she is, great. But as far as I know right now, she's dead, and I'm sad.
It's a weird page. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't call her dead yet. She's just unconscious and bleeding out. She might not be dead.
Through her chest. Direct hit. Like
there's areas in the chest where it won't hit something too vital.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it now and finding amusing is the top half of that page, the panel where she's actually jumping in front of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The color of all the background, the red and yellow and orange kind of sunburst. It's exactly the same as the background as when Canary's kneeing Oliver.
Yeah. It's the impact.
Yeah.
That's how Faria. Because you assume he has to draw those, right? And then they just fill them in with color.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's just the colorist? They say this is what they want.
I don't know.
I'd assume he gives a rough guide, but
okay. Well, it was like when Lemire was writing.
Does he do his own colors?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm trying to find where the credits page is in this issue.
Yeah. Well, because like when Lemire was writing Green Arrow, he would do these panels when he wanted to drop emphasis to things, where they would all go red.
Yeah, and then the colors would drop out as well.
Yeah. But then I realized that was the artist in Sorrentino, because that followed him over to Old Man Logan.
The focus thing that Sorrentino does.
Yeah, and X-Men stuff that he worked on with Bendis. So, I don't know if it's just one of those things, but...
Man, I'm looking through this. I cannot find the credits page. But correct me if I'm wrong. DC credit colorists on the front page now, don't they? Yeah. It's just Percy and Faria, so I assume that means he
does everything
as well.
It makes sense because his style does have it always has speed lines and stuff, so it makes sense that he's involved in that.
It does, but I remember going back to the Green Arrow and Sorrentino. I know for a fact Sorrentino colored the first issue himself, and then goes, no, this is what I want the style for the book to be, and then the other colorists emulate that.
Oh, okay.
So Faria does his own colors. So that
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. No, but it's all this issue. I mean, I almost have very little to say about this issue on its own, just because it's like, it's Green Arrow again.
Yeah, but it's still great. So
yeah, still great.
Yeah, I loved it. This was.
This is a book elevated by its art, because I think this issue, plot wise, there's not that much. There's bits here or there. There's the ending moment, but there's not loads. But all these moments are just incredible to look at, and they've got such mood and atmosphere. That first page in the submarine.
But
the
it also
sunset.
helps that we've been, at least me and you, Connor, have been reading him Percy do Green Arrow since, and this is kind of a culmination of a lot of the stuff that he started when he took over in the New 52.
Yeah.
You know, during the werewolf era, which still is weird that I can say that. Like,
yeah. How earlier you were talking about, we can refer back to these points in comics. Like this will be the point where we talk about Clayface. No,
Yeah.
that's the werewolf period of Green Arrow.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I don't know. I think that just hit me too, because you know the stuff with his parents kind of was there, seeded throughout. You know, his family that had founded Seattle, you know, and all that. And like, even if you look in the back at one of those pages, you see that what I assume is a dead queen in the crypt.
I assumed as much.